Have you ever wondered if Bigfoot is real? We've all heard the grainy photos and the shaky footage, the mysterious footprints in the woods. But what if one day Bigfoot didn't just walk past a camera, but walked right up to the front door of a police station? It sounds like the beginning of a joke, right? Well, for the officers in a small, quiet town in Northern California, this was no joke. It was the beginning of the strangest night of their careers. The evening started like any other for Officer Miller and his partner. Officer Davis, the fluorescent lights of the station hummed, the coffee was brewing, and the town was peacefully settling in for the night. They were wrapping up some paperwork when the automatic doors swished open, but it wasn't a late-night report or a citizen in distress. Standing in the doorway, silhouetted against the dark parking lot, was a figure that defied all logic. It was massive, at least 8 feet tall, covered from head to toe in thick, dark fur. Its sheer size blocked out the light from outside. For a moment, the entire station fell silent. Miller and Davis just stared, their minds struggling to process what their eyes were seeing. A prank, a very, very elaborate costume. But then the figure took a step forward, and the illusion of a costume shattered. The movement was too fluid, too real. The creature's long arms swung naturally at its sides, and its massive chest rose and fell with each breath. It didn't look aggressive. In fact, it looked hesitant, lost, even. It scanned the room with large, dark eyes that seemed to hold a surprising depth of intelligence and emotion. It made a low, guttural sound, a soft rumble that vibrated through the floor. It wasn't a roar of aggression, but something else entirely. It sounded like a plea. Slowly, carefully, Officer Miller stood up, holding his hands out in a non-threatening gesture. "Easy there," he said, his voice steady despite his heart hammering against his ribs. The creature watched his every move. It then did something completely unexpected. It raised one of its huge fur-covered arms and pointed, not at them, but towards something it was cradling in its other arm. Tucked against its massive, furry chest was a small bundle. As the creature shifted, the officers could see what it was holding. It was a child. A small boy, no older than 5 or 6, wrapped in a tattered blanket, sleeping peacefully. The entire situation shifted in an instant. This wasn't a threat. This was a rescue. The Bigfoot creature gently, almost reverently, stepped forward towards the front desk. It leaned down and carefully placed the sleeping child on the counter, as if it were the most precious thing in the world. The boy didn't even stir. He was safe, warm, and completely unharmed. The creature then took a step back, its large, expressive eyes fixed on the officers, as if to say, "Please, help him." Just then, the dispatch radio crackled to life. A frantic call had come in about an hour earlier. A family camping in the nearby national forest had reported their 6-year-old son, Leo, had wandered off from their campsite and gotten lost as darkness fell. A search party had been organized, but the dense, rugged terrain was making it nearly impossible to find him. The officers connected the dots in a flash. This creature, this legendary being from folklore, had found the lost boy in the woods. But instead of leaving him or harming him, it had carried him for miles. Through the dark forest, to the one place it somehow knew he would be safe, a police station. Officer Davis carefully scooped up the sleeping boy, who mumbled something in his sleep but didn't wake. He was perfectly fine. The Bigfoot creature watched them, its posture seeming to relax slightly, as if a great weight had been lifted from its shoulders. It had completed its mission. Officer Miller looked at the creature, a sense of awe and profound respect washing over him. He tried to offer it something, a blanket, some water, but the creature just shook its massive head slowly. It gave one last look at the child, now safe in the officer's arms, and then turned. With the same quiet grace it had entered, the creature walked back to the automatic doors. It paused for a moment in the doorway, turning its head to look back at them one last time. There was no doubt in their minds. In its eyes, they saw understanding and a deep, ancient wisdom. And then, as silently as it appeared, it stepped out into the night and vanished back into the shadows of the forest, leaving behind two stunned police officers and a story that would forever change what they thought was possible. The boy, Leo, was quickly and safely reunited with his tearful, overjoyed parents. He later told them he had gotten lost and was scared, but then a big, fuzzy giant found him. He said the giant was warm and made nice rumbling sounds that helped him fall asleep. He wasn't afraid at all. The police department never officially filed a report mentioning a Bigfoot. How could they? But for those who were there that night, the encounter left an indelible mark. It was a powerful reminder that the world is full of mysteries and that sometimes help comes from the most unexpected of saviors. Perhaps some legends aren't just stories. Perhaps they read just waiting for the right moment to show us the incredible capacity for kindness that exists. In all corners of our world, even the hidden ones. This incredible event makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets are the deep woods hiding? This story shows that compassion isn't just a human trait. It's a universal language. Thanks for joining me on this amazing story today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more unbelievable true stories. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.